Hey Libras, hope that everybody's doing well today. Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're one of my amazing subscribers, thank you guys for being here. Even if you're not, please go ahead and hit the button. It's free. Get your energy moving throughout the channel. See what we got in Epiphany. Card number 9. Libras. Could be dealing with a Virgo, but nonetheless, this card speaks of spiritual growth and being a light to others, or answers possibly that you needed, and those coming through meditation of some sort. So definitely on a bit of a spiritual journey, some of you. Some of you may even have noticed that you feel wiser or that things seem a little different. I'm getting that for some of you, it's hard to relate to others now because you've changed so much and grown so much that you can't deal with the surface level stuff. You know, you need someone at your level or people around you who meet you at your level in terms of the things that you want to discuss, like deep level stuff, as opposed to just this simple surface level, like how's the day, blah, blah, blah. Like you actually are wanting to dive into the big questions, like what is the meaning of life, that sort of thing. But I get the feeling, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like some of you don't have that kind of group around you. So you might be on the search for that, or a search for a new tribe, if that makes sense. 9 of Ariel, there you go. So again, speaking very much to independent energy here. What's crossing in this is that your dreams are fulfilled, or hard work is leading to great success and a love for the beautiful things in life. So you have 2 9s straight off the bat. So something is going to be coming to a completion as well, in which you've gained some understanding of. So if this is maybe regarding finances, some of you are going to be doing exceptionally well because you were very wise in how you approach your situation and the hard work that you put into it. Show me the foundation, please. Divine guidance. Okay, but this is wanting to come up. But isn't that interesting? Look at this. The foundation. So I think Spirit is saying, you know, yeah, exactly, because this is the search for the meaning of life, considering alternative approaches and surrounding yourself with wise teachers or friends. You can't make this up. So I really was getting that feeling. So maybe some of you are going to be joining a group, or you're just looking. I feel like you're looking at this point in time because you're in that transition to your new tribe. And it happens to us all, where we start shifting. It's very rare that people keep everyone with them throughout their lives, right? They'll keep 1 or 2, maybe even at max that I've heard of, 5 close people throughout their lives. You may have more, but nonetheless, it shifts all the time. So you'll meet people all the time, but yet only certain ones stick around, because the reason is we're consistently growing, and as we're ready to go to the next level and close out the previous chapter, that's when these new types of people and spirits show up for us, and other souls that are at the vibration that we're at. So I feel like maybe you've been looking for some guidance, and look at that too, Gabriel, because in the recent past here, it looks as though you had a decision to make, a bold and ambitious choice, possibly. It talks about great progress being possible, or important relationships with people who share your vision. Again, you came to a crossroads. You had to make a decision here, Libra. Who are you going to keep around you? And why? Because it was time to take action towards something different along your path. Okay? Wow. So what we have now, I knew it, what we have now in the focus position is, what I see are the Librans here. You know, you might be spending a lot of time alone, which makes sense here for this epiphany. And the reason why is you're starting to enjoy your own company as well. You're starting to get some incredible insights that come from quiet meditation. Maybe you just needed more sleep, or some time off, or some relief from stress. Or maybe it was just that as you've been spending time alone, say possibly through lockdown and such like that, things have changed. Your view on life has changed. Life has changed, nonetheless, just everything about it. And so I feel like you're getting new insights in terms of also thoughts about where is it that you want to go? What is it that you want to do? Right? Let's see what this possible outcome is. Ooh! So as some things change in the near future here, there's going to be a situation in which you're going to be claiming your personal power. You're going to be standing up for what you believe in, and this card is asking you to have confidence. I'm getting a feeling like the way that the horse is looking towards the past here, that physically you might have a bit of a struggle, because physically your mind may want to go back to the past because that's comfortable and that's all you used to know, but yet your soul knows better, so you might be a little divided. And I'm saying that because I see a rainbow coming through some lightning here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's lightning coming through here, and I feel like it's trying to guide you onto this new path, and you may have this little shift, this push and pull and push and pull, but whenever that happens, just get yourself back into a meditative state to guide you and to ground you, okay? So tell me more about this epiphany. Let's be nosy. Yeah, there was an epiphany about what you've been investing into, what you've been working on, what you've been putting your focus on, what your energy has been spent on. But the good news is that the Seven of Pentacles also speaks to rewards, okay? So it's about stepping back and looking at the harvest that's starting to form from what it is that you have been focusing on. Maybe even getting a raise. Look at this. Karma, destiny, wheel of fortune in your foundation. The wheel is turning. A chapter has ended. Look at that. And the wheel of fortune brings with it good luck, brings with it change. And sometimes change doesn't seem good in the moment. It can seem a little frightening because you're not used to it, like I said here, where I'm getting this feeling like you're in a bit of a transition. So there'll be this push-pull where the old you kind of pulls you back because you're comfortable with that and you know that part of you, but the new you that's emerging here with this new wisdom is pulling you forward. So you will have that push-pull. It's okay to just take that time to sit back and just process it, okay? But this is definitely needed, and this is because this is on your path of life. You've learned a very valuable lesson here, and I feel like it was an external lesson, or you've gained some insight or epiphany of something around you, and now the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. It may have even forced you a little bit. Maybe life forced you to change a little, but I think that it was because it was time, right? Because there was that split in the road. There it is. There you are, Libras. So it was about being truthful, I think, with yourself too, balancing it all out and deciding what is the truth of your life, because you've got these major arcanas. What is the truth for your life? What is your purpose? Some of you may even work in the law or the legal field, okay? But I really feel that a truth came to light and you're deciding to move towards the truth of yourself and what it is that you want. And I say that because some healing needed to take place, which would make sense too. If you were having a lot of stress and you weren't getting enough rest, there was time for healing that needed, and maybe you were losing hope. Maybe you were losing belief in the future that things were going to get better or that things were going to change for the better. But you know what? That change is here, and it's like a light is just going to go off. The way that this hermit here is carrying this lantern, I feel like this light is just going to go off for you, especially as you take this time out to rest. You're going to connect with your higher self. And as you do that, that's when things are going to fall into line for you, okay? Tower, there it is. Can't make it up. So you've literally, it wasn't a huge shakeup that happened in your life, but there was a change because something new had to come into play here for you. A new way of thinking, a new way of being, or a new path to take, because the one that you were on just wasn't for you anymore. It may have served its purpose to a certain degree, but the Wheel of Fortune came in and said, yeah, time to change it. It wasn't a destructive one from what I see, but again, it still uprooted some things for you. It uprooted your life. Maybe even you had to move. Maybe some of you, left where you were living and moved to a new country or moved to a new town or a new city, so starting all over again. But nonetheless, there was a decision that had to be made, that you acted on it, but your dreams are fulfilled and hard work is leading to your success, okay? And I think you're starting to see that. And maybe the web of life is starting to kind of make sense, like it's all weaving together, and you're like, wait a minute, now I understand why I had to go through that. So maybe that's what it is, this Four of Michael. Maybe you're starting to look at some past situations now, and you're at that point, especially from the healing process, where you're able to be grateful for the hard lessons, because you can look at it and say, wow, you know what, now I get it. For example, say if you were forced to work when you were younger, say you had to work since you were like 12 years old, even while you were going through school. Yes, you know, for a long time you may have held the belief that it was unfair, you had to struggle a lot, you had to work really hard, and maybe you had to work harder than your friends. But then, now, you've come into a situation in life where all of a sudden, you know, you drew on that strength and that power and that hard work ethic that you've always had, and all of a sudden you start seeing rewards. Then you step back and you think, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm looking around me and all of these people are, you know, not go-getters. They don't commit to something, and now you're going to start being rewarded for that. Do you see what I'm saying? So then you can look at this now and say, that actually wasn't a horrible thing. Instead, it was amazing, and it was good that I went through that, because it prepared me for what I deserve in the future. Beautiful. Wow, that's intense. Furthermore, it's like once you come to this truth in your mind and you shift that perspective, it's like all of a sudden you get this balance and this healing and this epiphany, and then you start feeling better because of that different perspective, right? So it looks as though you're going to find a renewed sense of confidence here in the near future, if you haven't already, and you're going to be claiming your personal power when it comes to a situation. There you are. That can represent a lawyer, military, justice, whichever. But the King of Swords is somebody who is very wise. Okay, again, epiphany. Someone may come in and give you some really good advice, or in your time alone, you're going to get some really good, clear thinking about the external world around you, and decisions aren't going to be complicated. I get this feeling like in the near future, you're going to be drawing a line in the sand. You're not going to be pulled in two different directions, because you're going to see things differently, and you're going to find this sense of strength and courage, and you're going to be able to communicate effectively with others pertaining to what you want and what you need, and you're not going to be, you know, pulled or swayed in different directions. And that looking at things differently also gives you that sense of power. It's like, wow, look at what I've overcome. Look at how strong I am. Look at, you know, and then challenges. Yeah, look at that. Then your life begins to change, because you're on this rite of passage. So anything that may have been causing you stress or strife in the past, that's no longer here anymore, because you're moving into this new vibration and this new way of being, this new way of thinking, and this new way of acting. Incredible, Libras, just incredible. So stand in that power. Don't give a rat's rear end what anybody says. You stand up for what it is you believe in, your wants, your needs, and as you claim that power, and you how do I say this, as you embody this new version of yourself, you move into a much calmer area of life, okay? Because you always know that somebody is there. And maybe that's it. Maybe you had a spiritual awakening, so now you know that somebody's there. The universe is there looking out for you. Spirit has your back even when you thought that you were abandoned. Okay? So that's what I got for you, Libras. Sending you so much love, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you again soon. Bye.